San Diego, California, and we're here with the beautiful and talented Maya. We're here at Club Onyx, and Maya, tell us a little bit about what's going on with you.
Well, I am here doing Soulful Tuesdays, giving my fans a treat of memory lane classics to some of the new stuff. And in a couple of days, I'll be releasing my 8th independent studio project, Smooth Jones, on the 18th anniversary of my very first single, All About Me, featuring Cisco. So the title of the project is Smooth Jones, and I shared a couple of things with them tonight.
Yes, you did. They were loving you.
Brand new material, and even got my flow on a couple of songs, my 16 bars and whatnot. So yeah, just sharing the love and the joy and the appreciation, connecting with my folks.
With your folks. Well, everybody enjoyed you. They were just, I seen the guys melting at the front of the stage when you were there. When you stepped up to the front of the stage, he smiled at you and he looked and he just melted. Didn't you see that?
It was very bright on stage, so I didn't see all of it.
But it's okay. So, your project that you have coming out with your calendar, tell us about that.
Well, it's been a good 13 years since I put out a calendar.
Okay.
And I'm very proud of my progress physically and all the hard work I keep up in the gym. I still have a little further to go, but I'm, celebrating me on the calendar, and as well as giving people an additional visual treat, with the project. So there's 17 months in the 2016 calendar that goes through 2017 to sort of represent the 17 years that my fans have been riding with me as a treat. There's also a digital booklet with the album that's coming out on iTunes and Apple exclusively.
Oh, wow.
And my mother put it together.
Really?
All of the lyrics, the credits, some images, and there's the digital calendar to also go with the project on February 14th. So, it's a nice little boutique project. Take my word back from earlier album. I'm not calling this an album, but over the last 8 years, I've been producing independent projects. Mm-hmm. So this is the 8th independent, and it's the final appetizer before the main course.
Beautiful cover. I love it.
Thank you. My girlfriend Reese shot that.
Reese.
Yeah.
Shout out to Reese.
Zigazagga Productions.
Mm-hmm. Great job. So you look great. You look amazing. I know. So you do ballet, jazz, tap. I mean, what do? You keep yourself in shape.
For shows, every summer I'm doing rigorous 60 to 90-minute shows, especially for the Pride festivals. Those are very long shows, so we incorporate all of those things in bar workout and stretches. I've been getting into pole classes recently because, over time and wearing high heels, you do a lot of wear and tear on your tendons, but pole training is no impact. It's very painful with the contact and the friction, but there's no impact like running. And I've torn my knees up, I've torn my legs up running marathons and whatnot. So I do work out. It's just a different type of training now.
Right, I definitely
so that I'm still able to dance hardcore when I get on stage.
So you're definitely eating a healthy diet.
Nutrition, I'm vegan, full-blown vegan now.
Wow.
I'm approaching year 2.
That's good.
July 1st.
Proud of you. You look good.
And I'm learning a lot. It honestly made me feel better. It started off as a willpower challenge, but then stepping into new territory, you're forced to learn so much, and I've learned so much that it's going to be difficult for me to even attempt to go back. So, and I don't want to, but it's been a true blessing because I feel it.
Definitely.
Yes.
So, you are amazing. And I just wanted everybody in San Diego, all your fans, to know how amazing you are. You keep yourself in shape. You've been working on your projects. You connect with the fans. You came here to San Diego, California, and you actually made everybody who stepped in here, they stayed to the very last moment just to see you, just to hear you. I loved how you interacted with your fans on the dance floor when they were on the floor, when you were on the stage and you went back and forth with them.
That's what it's all about.
They loved you, and that's what real artistry is about, when an artist can connect with their fans, and you have it down packed.
Oh,
you have it down packed.
It's kind of like a house party to me.
I hear
I love
you.
it. love entertaining and just making people feel great and having a good time.
Definitely. One last thing. You have a nonprofit.
Mhm.
Can you tell us a little bit about your nonprofit? Because here at the Onyx and with Soulful Tuesday, they really believe in connecting with their audience. They really believe connecting with the community. So tell us a little bit about your nonprofit.
Well, I'm from the metropolitan area,
Okay.
known as the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. And growing up, I was influenced by a lot of incredible talent in that area. Undiscovered talent. We have a very exclusive music scene. Go-go music is our thing. But we also have an ironic thing happening in DC, and it's always been like this. You have prestigious landmarks and the government, the federal government, the U.S. government, and establishments like the White House, and where laws are made, the Capitol, the monument. But then on the realistic side of things, the harsh reality of turning a corner and being in the hood, where statistics and being the murder capital of the world is a reality.
Right.
And Baltimore is right up the street. So growing up and seeing that, and then later in my adulthood, knowing that school systems are not receiving the attention and the proper education and care, as well as all of the statistics happening from teen pregnancy to gun violence to drug addiction. In my own community, I was fortunate to make it on the level, however people would like to describe, not out, because that's still my home and that's still my stomping grounds, but that has influenced me from a very early age to do something about it. The community centers being stripped from children, not having anything to do, not having the economic stability to be able to afford the things that my parents hustled for me to have, meaning the arts, which definitely make a difference in education and improvement on independent thinking and discipline. All of those things play a part, whether it's sports, whether it's arts. So I was inspired to go back home in 2005, create a team of people, from the people that go out on the road with me, based in my hometown, to taking care of my family, to having my brother build my studio there, to creating my foundation called the Maya Arts and Tech Foundation. I went to a science and tech school, but I also went to that same school for music, and it saved my life. So I created that foundation for the purpose of giving children some of the riches that I was able to fortunately experience, as a child. We were not the richest. My parents were hustlers, and they worked their behinds off so that we could have experiences to enrich us. And I felt the need to, and the desire to, do something about it. That's fulfillment, but it also goes a long way. And it's a nonprofit. The website is called tmatf.org, but basically the curriculum consists of very odd, different courses that you might not get elsewhere. They're not standard. So
what are some
Terra
of the
Tibu
courses?
is one of the courses, and it's a disciplinary and sort of like ROTC, a very militant, structured African Swahili spoken disciplinary and art form that gives children commands, attentiveness, discipline, and it's an incredible thing to watch because everyone's so synchronized, and the ages start from 5 to 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they're just learning all of the time. Sound engineering is the second. That's very odd. You don't get that in any traditional art school, but because I learned how to engineer through my independent journey, I'm the teacher of sound engineering, and I teach the children how to operate Pro Tools with inboxes. So they get into a couple of different stations in groups of 4, and they take turns in operating the equipment at their computers and learn how to engineer a professional session. So by the end of the summer program, they go to a professional recording studio and record their teacher, Miss Maya, or some of the poems and thoughts or letters to God that they write in their life skills class.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, so their life skills class, we discuss etiquette, opening doors, being gentlemen, what fork to use, what spoon to use at certain table settings, the stuff that I wasn't really taught as a child.
Right.
So that they're treated like young gentlemen and young ladies and know that they're worthy and how to carry themselves toward each other and as individuals. So we have life skills, we have sound engineering, Teratibu, and then there's the step in precision where we learn and teach them the purpose of fraternities, sororities, brotherhood, sisterhood,
Right.
and where it goes in the future as far as being an entity and a group that you can rely on.
Right.
So they understand the importance of each other, family, community, and bonding, not just for now and dancing or looking cute to do a step competition, but
Exactly.
what's behind it.
Exactly.
Then they have photography, videography, small things that they can play with artistically. And then
Right.
there's dance, African dance, praise and worship, and hip hop, which they love because
Oh yeah, definitely,
know.
definitely. So you have tons of programs for the kids. It
Well,
sounds
classes within a
Well,
program in the summer
and
when
that's
they're out of school.
and that's exciting. So it
It's
gives them a
exciting.
place
It's
to go.
fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
It's educational, but it's also engaging because I know that kids love to be free, and what they need to do to be engaged is be able to apply it and to also
Correct.
be a free spirit to
Correct.
keep their interest, because I was the same way. I was bored as a kid when I was told what not to do, what to
Exactly.
do, what I better do.
Mhm.
But I need to know why I'm doing it. So this allows them to understand why they need to know this, how they can apply it to the next course, and then how you get from point A to point Z. They even
Okay.
make their own CDs at the end of the summer program with their poetry or whatever songs they want to make up
Right.
that they record themselves in
Oh,
Pro
wow.
Tools.
Wow,
You know,
it sounds-
so it's fun. I
It
love to
sounds
see
like
it.
it.
And it teaches them the process that everyone is very important. There's a process to everything. You must be educated and learn skills in order to perform a task. It can be fun as long as you know the basics and beyond. But you can also make money from this.
Right.
And
definitely.
we all get a chance to be the star. But in order to be the star, everyone wants to be an athlete. Everyone wants to be a rapper. Everyone wants to be a singer. That's what is glorified in society. But this is what it takes behind the scenes. This is what you don't see, but this is what we're
Definitely.
going to do.
Definitely.
If you want this is what has to happen.
Mhm.
So showing the process and allowing them to see that. And then they're empowered. 'Cause, oh my God,
Exactly.
I have my own CD.
Exactly.
And they make money from it. So they sell it at their finale or summer program display.
Right.
It's very great to see,
Well, your nonprofit is very interesting, and I love it. I'm so glad you came to San Diego here at the Onyx on Soulful Tuesday. We really totally enjoyed you, and we want you to come back most definitely. So I just want to say we're here with MYDJs Radio, PRX 360, here at the Onyx on Soulful Tuesdays with Maya.
Yay.
The viewers.